What it do, cyber world. It is your girl, the one and only, Ash Brown, and this is the ashsaiditshow. Over 2,000 episodes since 2014, 500,000 streams all around the world. And today's guest has been several of those episodes, several of those 2000s. I am super excited to welcome back to the program co-founder of NETHERWORLD Haunted House, Ben Armstrong. Hey, Ben.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going pretty well, Ben. You know, it's September the 20th, and we're a few hours away from opening night for you guys, season 28.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if I'm more excited or more tired.
Maybe a little bit of, maybe both going on. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. So, wow, this is 28 seasons. This is insanity, and you guys are still open year-round because you also have the escape rooms, of course, the Monster Museum, the gift shop, all the great things. So this year, the haunts, Wake the Dead, and Mr. Grendel's Birthday Party of Horrors. Where did these come from? Where did these ideas come from, Ben?
Well, it's interesting. They're sort of part of an evolving story. So it's kind of like a TV series or a sequel to a movie, and it always kind of plays off of what happened last year. So in Wake the Dead, last year our show was about elementals entering into our world. They were battling each other. Right. Well, this year, this elemental energy, it's all this power. Things are drawn to it. So there are these survivors called the Brotherhood of Ram, and they're taking that elemental energy and they're using it to create weapons to battle the netherworld. But something else is eyeing this energy. It's the army of the dead from the netherworld, because what do the dead crave? They crave life energy. So you have this group of apocalyptic survivors in this town, and they're draining this energy out of the elementals, and the dead are attacking, waves of the dead. So the show, in essence, is really about all forms of undead. So in Wake the Dead, when the iron bell tolls, the dead must rise. You're going to have armies of armored undead warriors. You're going to have ghosts. You're going to have a whole bunch of vampires. And, of course, in true Netherworld fashion, you're going to have a ton of absolutely crazy, over-the-top, gigantic monsters. The show is intense. It's overwhelming how many new effects we've added. There's a lot of crazy, fun new things I cannot wait for people to see tonight. It's just going to kind of blow them away. And it feels even longer. I mean, you're going to be in this show. There's so many twists and turns, so many different things that happen to you. It's crazy. And you're going to shoot into that Midway, and you're going to be like, what just happened to me? What the heck just happened to me? And then, of course, it's time to go into Mr. Grendel's Birthday Party of Horrors. So Mr. Grendel, we don't normally do clowns. We might have a few hanging out in the Midway. But back in Norcross, the last year we were there, we did Mr. Grendel's for the first time. And he is an ancient medieval ogre. He's actually the ogre that fought Beowulf in the famous mythology. So he travels the world disguised as an evil jester or clown. And he eats people and stuff like that. So his story, last year, I guess you asked me one question, I won't shut up, but
No,
definitely. Last year we had cryptid chaos, and so in the box, the science fiction facility, they were capturing the cryptids. Right. Well, at the very end of that, they had a weird energy signature, and they teleported in. It was Mr. Grendel. They thought he was a cryptid. He'd just eaten a cryptid, so he looked like one on their radar. Well, he can open portals, so he summons all of his evil clown buddies, and they take over the facility. And Mr. Grendel realizes, once again, the show's about eating, apparently. This year, if I eat cryptids, I gain power. So Mr. Grendel is getting more and more powers than he had before. And he and his guys are on a spree, running through the facility, eating all the cryptids they can, and causing absolute chaos. But they come against the biggest cryptid of all, the Boogeyman. So it's Grendel versus Boogeyman. Now, this show, It's a science fiction facility filled with cryptids, overrun by evil clowns that are actually ancient medieval monstrosities, and they're battling for dominance. But still, it's got that crazy, twisted, fun clown energy going on. Yeah. And we have a huge expansion outside. When people go to the show, they're going to be blown away. Then they go, wait, there's more? The show is huge. So normally the second show is smaller. This time, it's getting, I wouldn't say it's as big as the big show, but it's getting close.
It's getting pretty big. Wow. I mean, NETHERWORLD has been going on for so long, and you guys are, I would say, in my personal opinion, because, you know, we're repping Georgia and all, but y'all are the top haunt. Y'all are the top haunted house, I would say, in the world. You know, all these different magazines and mediums have highlighted you guys for a reason. You do what others can't, and you reinvent yourself every single year in a fashion where I'm leaving the haunt. I'm screaming at the top of my lungs. I'm running to get out. But I'm also like, I'm enjoying the moment, and you guys do that very well, and creating an atmosphere of, you know, disbelief, and an atmosphere and a place of really building a story. So I applaud you. I applaud the team and everyone involved, because I know that it's a team effort to get everything together and to make it what it is. So kudos to you and the team.
It is. It's crazy. It's like this twisted art installation, this labor of love. But I'll tell you a funny story. So, you know, we were interviewing new employees for this year, and, you know, I had many of them came in to be interviewed, and I usually ask them, you know, what brought you here? And they're like, I love NETHERWORLD. I've been coming here for 12 years. One guy I interviewed had come to every single NETHERWORLD for 28 years.
Wow.
He had seen us in our very first place. And he finally, in his life, he sold his business. He's ready to do something fun. And he's like, I finally want to work here, because he'd come that much. But it is so cool when you're talking to people that have been customers for years. And they're like, I always love coming here, and things have lined up this year, and I have time, and I want to come and be a part of this thing. I'm like, that is so cool. You know, it's very gratifying that people literally want to work here. You know, it's cool.
Yeah, I think it's just fantastical the way that you guys, because I used to go when you guys were in Norcross over there at Jimmy Carter. I used to be up in that line, you know, we're waiting hours on end, waiting to get in, and to see where you guys are now in Stone Mountain and how things have expanded, and you've got all these different just entities and part of everything, and like the escape room, the monster museum, and I'm definitely stopping by the gift shop, because I know that every year there are themed shirts, so I gotta get my themed shirt this year.
That gift shop, there are so many things in that gift shop, but we try to keep it. First of all, of course, it's kind of got this classy Halloween vibe. It's not just you know, stuff you find other places. So a lot of it is just really awesome quality stuff that, you know, it's difficult to find that's retro Halloween. But we have such a huge amount of imprinted merchandise in that store. It's amazing. And people come. There's so many things to shop for. Like this year, we actually have these, I don't know, they're rugs or wall hangings featuring the collector. I mean, just like I'm about to say off the wall, but if you look at your wall, it would be off the wall. But so many interesting, cool items that you can get. And we're also continuing to expand on our different fun food type options as well. Like this year we have blood bags. You get like a little bag of blood that you're drinking, because of course we have a bunch of vampires in our first show. So we have a lot of fun stuff like that. A lot of new things. A lot of returning favorites. Of course, people love the donuts.
Oh my gosh!
But there's a lot to do here. It's a ton of fun.
Yes. Now, as we're a few hours before opening, are people still able to get their tickets online? Like, you know, because I know like the lines are going to be crazy, and you guys always sell out. So is that kind of encouraged?
I'll tell you what. It's interesting because, you know, we're open a lot of nights, and coming tonight is actually a great idea because, you know, tickets are less expensive earlier in the season. And, you know, if you want to come on opening night or in the next 2 weekends in particular, the tickets are very affordable, absolutely.
Right.
And they may not sell out. So there's going to be ample opportunity. It's a good time to come and check it out, probably before a lot of the crowds come in. Once we get into October, we get to deep October, there's going to be a lot of folks coming for sure. But now, with time ticketing, it's so much better than it was back in Norcross, because back then, we just sold tickets and people got a huge line and we could be here forever. But,
literally.
with time ticketing, there's only so many tickets per slot. So, obviously the wait is much less than it used to be. But particularly this time of year, it's a great time to come because it's not going to be that hard to get in. Right. And you'll be some of the first people to see this year's shows. You get the bragging rights.
Absolutely. Well, I'm getting ready to gear out there and join you guys, all the ghouls and goblins and everybody that's center stage there. So I'm looking forward to that, Ben. And for people that want to get some more information, or if they want to just check out what else Netherworld has to offer, where would you direct them to go?
So your best source for information is always our website, which is at fearworld.com, or just Google us. You'll get all this information. We have all our dates and times there. We have all our tickets. Also, if you're interested in our escape games, you can always get to Escape the Netherworld, and that features all of our games. Of course, we had one we started last year, just before season, and it's going strong, too. That's Alien Terror, very scary. We actually just did a fun promotion with the Alien movie that just came out. That was a lot of fun. But, yeah, we have a great escape games, and if you've not been to those, you can make a whole night of it. You can plan your escape games and go to that, and then come out and go see the haunted house and have a whole fun evening. And you'll enjoy all the spooky fun. It's gonna be good. And there's so many new things in the Midway too. There's just a lot of new photo ops, a lot of great stuff to see, a lot of great things to take photos with and of. So it's a fun time to come out, and it's really kind of the beginning of the Halloween season here in Atlanta, and we're thrilled to be a part of it.
Absolutely. And yes, and you guys definitely need to check out the Monster Museum. That's where a lot of the older costumes and some of the pieces that are, would you say retired? Would we say that they're retired pieces?
Sure. Yeah, we put a lot of different things in there, and we're adding additional exhibits. We put things in there from different movies that we've acquired, and like I said, there's older costumes, there's some of our icon characters. We keep that museum open anytime the escape games are open, because quite often people who travel, they'll come by Netherworld or haunt fans, but maybe it's the middle of the year, and of course they can't see the haunt, but they come, they play an escape game, and they just want to see a part of it. They can go check out the Monster Museum. So this is a fun thing to go check out. You can take photos in there, and also what's so crazy, when you're in the building and you're, in the haunted house, it's just screaming and monsters and roaring and excitement. And then you kind of head into where the escape games are in the Monster Museum. It's so chill and creepy and quiet. It's like, how is this all in the same place? It doesn't seem right, The Midways and the outsides are all fun. The inside is intense, and the escape games are just, chill and creepy. So it's all here in one place.
Absolutely hilarious. Well, Ben, I look forward. I may not catch you tonight because I know that you're going to be moving and grooving, and there's going to be a lot of moving pieces. Yeah. But I will absolutely be out there with you guys tonight. And you guys go and check out fearworld.com and all that good stuff. And I will chat with you guys later. Thank you so much for your love and support. Keep in mind, anyone to tell you that you can't do what you want to do, you look them square in the face. You tell them, don't believe me. Just watch. Watch what I do. Watch me make it happen. Watch me make history. That's what we're doing this for, the history books. Social media is nice, but real life is so much better. See you tonight at Netherworld.